Second major security scare in America within a month, as threats around Donald Trump continue to escalate. A gunman was shot dead outside the White House while Trump reportedly negotiated an Iran-related deal inside. Panicked Secret Service agents locked down the entire White House complex, forcing journalists and staff to shelter in place. The suspect reportedly opened fire near a White House checkpoint, turning central Washington streets into a chaotic security scene. After the gala shooting scare and the alleged Ivanka Trump assassination plot, Trump faces a third major security challenge. A shooting near the White House triggered a temporary lockdown after the United States Secret Service returned fire during the incident. U.S. Secret Service officers responded to reports of gunfire near a White House security checkpoint on May 23. According to Reuters, a suspect approached the checkpoint at 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue and opened fire on officers. Officials said the response left the suspect down, after which the individual was transported to George Washington University Hospital for treatment. The Secret Service later confirmed that the suspect died at the hospital after being shot during the exchange of gunfire. Reuters reported that the suspect had previously been placed under stay-away order and was described by officials as emotionally disturbed. Reporters from NBC News at the White House said they heard between 20 and 30 gunshots around 6:04 p.m. local time. Secret Service personnel quickly escorted journalists into the White House briefing room as security protocols and lockdown measures were activated. CBS News reported that the incident involved a single gunman who fired directly at Secret Service agents. A bystander was also struck by gunfire during the incident, although authorities did not immediately clarify the severity of the injuries. The lockdown around the White House complex was lifted around 7 p.m. after security operations were completed and the area was secured. President Donald Trump was reportedly inside the White House at the time of the incident. The shooting came roughly 1 month after another gunfire incident near the White House Correspondents' Dinner raised additional security concerns. The incident unfolded as Trump was publicly discussing efforts linked to negotiations involving Iran amid renewed concerns over regional escalation. Iran has warned Donald Trump to accept Tehran's conditions or risk further setbacks amid continuing tensions between the two sides. An Iranian Defense Ministry spokesperson stated that the United States has no choice but to recognize Iran's demands if it hopes to avoid further escalation. According to Tasnim news agency, spokesperson Reza Tlaib said accepting Iran's conditions was the only path to preventing a wider conflict. Reza Tlaib said, and I quote, "The only way out of the third imposed war for the American Zionist enemy, on both the battlefield and in diplomacy, is to secure the demands of the Iranian people. While accepting Iran's proposal, Trump should also be mindful of preventing further losses and costs in the continuation of the war for the American people and the international community." The remarks came as Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani held phone discussions with Iran's foreign minister amid tensions surrounding the Strait of Hormuz. Qatar reiterated its support for mediation efforts aimed at reducing tensions and ending the crisis between Washington and Tehran. Doha also warned that any closure of the Strait of Hormuz would significantly increase instability across the wider Gulf region. Sheikh Mohammed stated that freedom of navigation remains fundamental and non-negotiable for regional and global stability. Qatar urged all parties involved to respond positively to ongoing diplomatic efforts and avoid actions that could further escalate tensions. The developments come as the United States signals the possibility of renewed military action, while reports continue to highlight strain on parts of its military arsenal and resources. Trump administration officials are reportedly raising new questions about how the Pentagon is portraying U.S. power projection in the Iran war, with internal doubts emerging over whether the public narrative matches the real battlefield and logistics picture. Vice President J.D. Vance has reportedly been asking whether the Pentagon is giving President Donald Trump the full picture of the war, especially in private discussions about costs, risks, and sustainability. According to The Atlantic, Vance raised concerns in closed-door meetings about U.S. missile stockpiles and whether key munitions are being depleted faster than the administration has publicly acknowledged. Vance is said to fear that American missile reserves may be far more strained than official messaging suggests, particularly after weeks of high-intensity operations tied to the Iran conflict. Those concerns reportedly extend beyond Iran, with Vance worrying about whether the United States would still be able to fight a major future war in Taiwan, Korea, or Europe if stocks are being burned down too quickly now. Despite that, U.S. military officials and War Secretary Pete Hegseth have continued to insist that American stockpiles remain robust and that the military's position is still strong. Officials familiar with intelligence assessments told The Atlantic that the internal picture may be more complicated than those public assurances suggest, helping explain why questions inside the administration are growing sharper. The United States weapons inventory may be under increasing strain, raising concerns about readiness for future conflicts. A report by Business Insider suggests that critical munitions are being consumed at a significant pace during the ongoing Iran war. Over the course of just 39 days, U.S. forces reportedly relied heavily on 7 key weapon systems in coordination with Israel. These findings were highlighted by 2 warfare specialists associated with the Center for Strategic and International Studies. According to defense analysts, such levels of consumption could pose challenges if a larger conflict were to emerge. The report indicates that while the U.S. maintains substantial stockpiles, they may not be sufficient for prolonged or simultaneous wars. Ivanka Trump was reportedly targeted in an alleged assassination plot linked to an operative said to have ties with Iran-backed groups, according to New York Post. The report claimed that Mohammed Bagher Saad Dawood al-Saadi possessed a blueprint of Ivanka Trump's Florida residence, reportedly valued at around $24 million. According to the report, al-Saadi allegedly sought revenge for the killing of Qasem Soleimani, who was killed in a U.S. strike in 2020. Washington-based analyst Entifad Kanbar told the New York Post that al-Saadi had maintained close ties with Soleimani. Entifad Kanbar said, and I quote, "After Qasem was killed, he, al-Saadi, went around telling people, we need to kill Ivanka to burn down the house of Trump the way he burned down our house." Unquote. According to the New York Post, al-Saadi has been described as an operative linked to both Kataib Hezbollah and Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The report also claimed that al-Saadi remained connected to Esmail Qani, who succeeded Soleimani as commander of the Quds Force. Several reports and commentators have debated claims surrounding Qani's position within the Iranian establishment, though such allegations remain unverified. Some reports have noted that Qani survived multiple attacks targeting Iranian officials, leading to speculation and questions regarding intelligence leaks. The report said al-Saadi viewed Soleimani as a father figure following the death of his own father, Ahmad Kazemi. Sources cited in the report said al-Saadi trained with the IRGC in Tehran after growing up in Baghdad.